So this is the current Spektrum DX5C, and this is the new Spektrum DX6C. And they pretty much look the same, but there are a few differences between the two, and that's what I'm going to go over in today's video. I'll also give you a brief overview of the radio in case you're looking for something new. And by the end, you'll know if you need to go and sell your 5C to get a new 6C, or if this is for the future RC crowd looking for a new radio. So the DX5C has been around for a while, and it's been a great upgrade radio for those who are running a Horizon Hobby brand vehicle, such as Low-C, Arma, Axial. If it has a Spektrum receiver in it, you could go and bind it to this radio, and then you get a lot more functionality with the computer system that it has in it over a basic ready-to-run system. Now I'm going to go over the details and features that the 5 and 6C share. The radio's got a good feel to it. I like the grip, the trigger feels nice and smooth, same with the steering wheel, and it actually has little adjustment screws in there so you could go and tweak that. There's plenty of trim functions, and then on the computer screen here you use this thumb knob to go and adjust your different features. And this thing is packed with features. It's got 20 model memory. There's a number of different mixing options that you have. Let's say if you have a 4-wheel steer car, you could adjust your steering and throttle trim, of course, with the trims on the front. You could do your endpoint adjustments. There's a fail-safe option for those who have like big gas cars or something. That always comes in handy. You can change the values on your AVC programming through the radio system. And then it has some of the telemetry features. So if you have one of the newer smart throttle systems, the new smart ESCs from Spektrum, this radio will go and display things such as your current, voltage, ESC temps, and even the amount of power that you consume. So there's a lot of functionality to the radio system. Kind of simplifying things a little bit, but it's been around and you get the idea. It's got a lot of functionality for the price. You were able to pick this radio up for 150 bucks for the radio by itself. And then for about $200, you were able to get it with the SR6100 AT AVC receiver. This isn't available anymore, which is a little bit odd to me. I'm going to explain that in a minute, but first let's check out the new 6C finally, which is now a 6-channel transmitter instead of 5. That's one of the major changes. As I mentioned earlier, the look is pretty much the same. I don't think they changed the case at all other than in the back, where I'll tell you about that in a minute as well. But I did notice that it does have some new graphic labels on it. So before we had the silver around the DX5C and the power button and the screen, and now everything is blacked out behind the 6C, the power button, and it's got the nice black surround around the screen itself. The other big change on this radio is it now has a backlit screen. So that's great for those of you that are driving at night, driving in the dark. Maybe you're at Axial Fest, you'll be able to light up the screen and see what you need to change nice and easily. So that's change number 1 beyond the stickers. Change number 2 is actually behind the cover that I just mentioned. They now have a USB-C port in here versus they had some sort of 3-pin hookup in there. Don't exactly remember. It's been a while since I used that radio. But with this new USB-C port, it's much easier to make any firmware updates. And if you use the VRC racing program, this will be a much easier hook up this radio. And the final change, yes, the final change is the type of receiver that comes with the combo unit. So now they give you an SR315 receiver instead of the 6-channel receiver. And the big hype about this radio system is it has 6-channel functionality to it, but they don't offer it with the 6-channel receiver anymore. So this is an option. So I found that to be a little odd that they did that, but it does bring down the cost. And speaking of cost, the DX5C, the radio by itself was $150, and the new one's $150. So at least they kept the price where it is. And people may be saying, well, why? Why did they do this? Why didn't they give us an all-new radio? Well, here's the thing, guys. It works well. If it works well, there's no need to change it. And they give you a few updates, no additional cost. So I think it's good that they went and did that. Do you need to go and sell your 5C to get a 6C? I personally don't think so, unless you have the need for that extra channel. So I've gone ahead here and gone through the system, looked at the extra channel setup, and they've just added the few functions under the auxiliary setting. So you could go and assign your additional channels to some of the other switches that are on here. It goes all the way out to a G momentary switch down here by the thumb. And that's the changes. Now, if you did want to go ahead and buy the radio system with the receiver in it, that's $185. So that's like $15 less than what they offered previously. So it's just a minor update. You know, they're improving the convenience of the radio. I think it's really more suited for people that want to buy a radio system in the future. If you're getting into RC now, this is of course what you get. I'm going to assume that they're going to phase this one out. So this is what will be available in the future. And I'll probably go throw these in my low-C cars. That's typically where I run the DX5C. And now I'll just go ahead and use the 6C. If you need some more information, I'll have links in the video description below. Picking it up through the affiliate link in the channel definitely helps support the channel, and I thank you for it. Thanks for watching, guys. I'll see you later.